What's going on, YouTubers, gamers and fellow hobbyists? Welcome to this episode of On the Bench with Pete. And this is actually the first episode of On the Bench I've recorded since coming back from Prague. So I've got my Praguean hat, or my cap, or my snapback, whatever you call it. Anyway, this is the video series that you put on in the background as you model, paint, build, whatever. Pass the time away. And I'll be working on my Death Guard today, amongst other things. I'll try and work on other things as well to kind of break it up a bit, but mostly it'll be my Death Guard. But I do want to do a little bit of work on this fellow here. It's for my diorama. He's a bad guy. He's like an evil villain sort of thing. So grab your brushes and your models and your paints and your glues, your drink, cup of tea or coffee. I've got a nice cup of tea here. And let's get painting and talking. Right, so here we are, and I've got nothing sort of lined up in terms of brushes or paints or anything. It's just literally what I had on the bench the last time I was painting. And I'm working on these Death Guard models, and I've got some references to look up. And I will come to those. I've got these bloat drones here. I've got two bloat drones that I want to kind of do some work on. I'm just looking over the model here, what I want and how I want it, and yeah, all that kind of good stuff. So I think in the back I want a bit more fleshy. Yeah, but anyway, for now I'm going to pop a bit of Euphonian camo shade on these bad boys. I got myself a new one here, which I started only last time I was using anything on the bench, because my old one ran out. I think it's kind of good how they come in these bigger pots nowadays, because they last so much longer. And obviously the ones that you use a lot of, me personally, I speak from personal experience, I just seem to get through them willy-nilly, just get through them, run through my hands like water. I mean, Null Oil and Agrex Earthshade just do not seem to last 5 minutes for me. So I'm going to be very careful not to knock this one over. Just get it embedded into my brush first. Right, so let's whap this on here and start talking. So this is my first one since Prague, and the reason I couldn't do it on the bench, immediately coming back, is because I've been poorly. I'm still a bit poorly actually. Still a bit poorly. Cough and cold. That doesn't sound like a big deal, but when you're taking medication which suppresses your immune system, it's a huge deal, believe me. And can be life-threatening, so you've got to be careful. Well, I've got to be careful. No, you don't have to be careful, obviously, because I've got MS, you see, so I do have to go careful with it. But I did try to record an episode, but I was so wheezy and coughing all the time. I mean, I'm not coughing so much now, but I'm still quite wheezy and having to catch my breath. Before anyone says, oh, you're using an inhaler. Yes, I have inhalers. Several of them. And I may well be using them in this episode. I don't know. It's not that type of thing, you see. It's a chest infection, I think. And what with antibiotics becoming less and less effective these days, kind of makes you wonder if that's purposely done or not. But that's just the conspiracy theorist in me. Yeah, I'm a conspiracy theorist. There's a lot of cool people out there though, and I don't consider them theorists, I consider them factualists, but that's another story. Anyway, enough about that. Let's talk about Prague, because that was an amazing trip. I'm loving how this is coming out. It just looks so amazingly gorgeous. Prague was amazing. I fully intend to go back there. It's the hotel we were in was a 4-star hotel, so I would be looking at least that level of luxury again. Possibly even looking at the same hotel again, because it's a nice hotel, you know. You get used to things, don't you? I find. But we went to Prague, spent 3 days there, or 4 days I suppose. We took in as much as we could, but obviously it's not possible to take in everything in just 3 or 4 days. You need a couple of weeks really, and even then you're not even going to scratch the surface. So much history in that place, it's untrue. Every building has its own story, and it's amazing how different the architecture is to one another out there. You know, 2 buildings side by side can be completely different. That's very diverse, and I loved it. Even housing estates seemed quite different and diverse from one another. It was very awesome. This Ploughing camera shade going in rather nicely. So you'll have to bear with me, I'm afraid, today. My talking I'll be a lot slower. Loads of things to take in over there. If you're interested in history, there's loads of history over there. I mean, there really is. I'm going to do that pink, so I'll leave that. Sorry, just talking to myself there. Yeah, there's absolutely loads of history. There's tours you can go on. There's actually guided walking tours if you're up for that. And they're kind of free, but you tip them at the end. It's kind of expected. Learned a lot though. Be wary of tipping in restaurants. They're not supposed to ask you for a tip by law. It's supposed to be included in the bill. The service charge is supposed to be included in the bill. So I didn't find that out until a bit later on. But it happens. Is there anything else? I guess pretty much it for him. So how that look? Yeah, so I'm going to get this one looking like this one. So I'll pop him over there to dry. I love a Ploughing camera shade, it's absolutely gorgeous. A great shade wash, just beautiful. So I mean, day one we were just walking around like Wenceslas Square and getting our bearings really, I suppose, in relation to where we were staying. Of course, by the time we left we kind of knew where we were going. Which is always the way, isn't it? Just get used to things and then you're going to go. But that's the way it is. Reality beckons and you have to answer. Flight was a bit no, the flight wasn't, but I don't mind flying. I quite like flying. The act of flying in a plane, I like that. It's the security checks at the airport I don't like. I find that pretty stressful. A lot of people there seem to take it in their stride, but I really don't like it. I have a huge distaste for it. Right. So what I did with these bloat drones, I primed them, I'm saying this for my own notes taking, primed them in necrotic flesh, and then I used Death Guard green in the patches of the armour and that to fill out the spaces. Now I'm applying a Ploughing Camera shade on top of that. So if ever I'm stuck, I get more in the future. I think, how the heck did I paint them? They'll be on my On the Benches notes. So that's what I did basically. Necrotic Flesh by Army Painter in a spray can. It's what I use to prime my Zombicide figures, because Necrotic Flesh was just, it's ideal. You got all the flesh done there in the prime. It's just brilliant. Saves time. But it's not unlike the colour of the Death Guard as well, you know, so it looks quite good. So I'm just taking my time with it, you know. I never thought I'd get into Death Guard, but the more I'm painting them, the more I'm liking them as models. I'm kind of developing like an affinity with them, almost. So I may well end up getting the Death Guard Codex. Of course, I will be getting the Tyranid Codex, but I know it's out now. I know people have got it and it's been reviewed and all that kind of stuff. I know some people seem to get their hands on these things like early, pre-release kind of thing. I don't know how they do that. You know, I'd love to do that if I could. Okay, I'll put him to one side. I'm going back to my other one, just making sure I got everything there. I think I did. That's good. That is good. Alright, so I'm always glad when I snap it back shut, because you know, there's no danger of knocking it over then, is there? Right, so now what I'm going to do is consult a white dwarf on camera. Yes, that's what I'm doing. They had some good ideas for colour schemes, if I remember rightly. How to paint certain things. So that's what I'm going to do. I think we're here. Now, have I got that colour? Fulgurite copper. I'm not sure. Excuse me. Yes, I have. I have got it. That's cool. My Balthazar Gold is out, and so is my Agro Exertion. I was looking for. Excuse me a moment. Sorry about that. It was a call from my wife, who's was having a filling done at the dentist, so I wanted to make sure everything was okay, which it is, thankfully. Yeah, so I'm just looking at this one, and it's not little, it's an axe thing there, and obviously I'm looking at my white dwarf here. It's got some, you see there in the background, it's some colour schemes. It's torn out tarnished copper, and I might do the back of this axe as a tarnished copper. So yeah, so I might do that. So Balthazar Gold on it first, so that's what I'm going to do. Just the back of the axe. Because I've got fulgurite copper, which needs a shake. I really do need to get some more agitators. That's what I need to get. I get them from Green Stuff World. That's what I do. That's a bit of water. Okay, so Balthazar Gold. Right, so Balthazar Gold going on just on the back of this like power axe thing. That's a tarnished copper effect is what we're after. So yeah. And then it'll be Negrex Earthshade, fulgurite copper, and then Stormhost silver. I can't keep up with all the paints that come out, you know. It must be hard starting off now. Because when I started off, I had to buy a few sets of paints to get my collection up, you know. And in the early days, I was able to get a few job lots off of eBay as well, of partially used paints as well, just to get your colour palette up there, really, and then replace them as you go. Try out new ones. I like to try out new ones. I love Vallejo, Militaire. I love Militaire. Militaire is probably my favourite airbrush paints because they just go through the airbrush with such ease. Hardly any clogging at all. It's just brilliant. It's just the edges of this bit here. I think we're good to go. This is the Lord of Contagion, I believe he's called. Yes, that's a good little effect. So tarnished bronze on there. I might do this little buckle thing on his shoulder pad. It's kind of the one that's kind of holding his cloak in place. So we'll do that. So what was I talking about? Prague. Yeah, day one was just getting our bearings. Day two, well, day two was kind of we decided to go on the horse and cart. Well, it's not a cart, it was like a horse and carriage ride, really, is what it was. Pony and trap, I think they call it, but and that was pretty awesome. 20-minute ride, but it flew by. It really did. It's like felt like we just got in and 20 minutes had gone. Like, you know, coming back to where we started. It's like, wow. I mean, you could have had a longer one, but we just opted to settle for the 20-minute one as opposed to the 45 40 minutes, or was it 45 minutes? I can't remember now. But yeah. So just doing these bits out here. I think I'll need some more Balthazar gold in a moment. The new Congo supplement is out, so my friend Ralph informs me. So I've ordered that. Excited to get that, that'd be good. Congo is like one of those games I just took to instantly. It's an amazing game, lovely setting, I love it. And I'm excited for this because I think there's more missions in it and a couple more dangerous terrain tables. So there might be a few different ways of suggestions of how you can play. You know what I mean, without implementing rule changes as such. I know what I mean. Nuances of play, I suppose. Might make me think, oh yeah, I think of it. At least I'm hoping it will. I want to get a Tarzan faction together. If I can. Right. That'll do for him for now, I think. Don't know, it's tricky. I'm doing it like as a gradual process here. So I'm doing the gold on the bottom of the bar on top of his head. I wonder whether to do these other bits of gold as well. I've run out of gold anyway on the palette there, so as far as that goes, anyway, tea. Looking at what others I can do. Right, well, got I don't know whether to do his exhaust like a corroded steel, perhaps. So that would be a sort of lead belcher effect, wouldn't it? I have to dig my lead belcher out how. But first I'm going to wash out my brush. Right. Right, just looking for lead belcher. Belcher there, that'll do. Doesn't need filling down then. It's ready for the airbrush. So that will do me just grand. So let's get these stacks painted up. This is when you spot other things, like he's got this like mace, grenade thing, whatever it is, hanging from his belt. I'm thinking, how should I paint that? I'm thinking of getting these guys on the table. Possibly for my next game, hopefully. Seeing as they're against Primaris Marines in the box set, I'm wondering how they'd fare, you know. I might do a skirmish scenario. Who knows? I like ones in jungles and forests, that kind of thing. That's the kind of scenery I like. I don't know why, I always feel more vulnerable in like cityscape. Don't know why, because you probably get more cover from the buildings, but you know, more chance of it. Depends how you set it up, really. But I don't know, something about a setting of trees that makes me feel, you know, not so bad, not so vulnerable. Especially if I was playing like scouts, jungle fighters, that kind of thing. Might get some Catachans actually to paint up because I think they'd be cool. So many things to get. Wish list is like never ending. So these are coming out alright. I'm quite happy with the way these are progressing. Right, okay. I quite like the way that's turning out. Then I do the spikes on the helmets in silver or gold. Really not sure. But I've done that. I was wondering to do this sword and this. I think I'll do the blades and the belcher here. Yeah, that's looking alright. Just going to get the right angle of the blade to get in all the areas here. They're quite happy with that. So he's got a silver blade. I wasn't sure about doing this one silver or bone, but I think I will do it silver. Might end up putting some blood or Nurgle's rot on it when it's done. I don't know yet. See how it looks. Final showcase. This is how my brain works. You see, should I do that or should I do that? Well, let's try that. See how that works. Yeah, I think that'll look okay. I think that'll look good. Oh, we've got a bit of a blaster coming out there. A bit of a bolt gun, bolt pistol, I think. Okay. Anyone else got any silver? Maybe the end of this plasma gun. This will get that done. And it's just another thing that I see as I'm doing it. I think, well, what else can I be doing that colour? There's plasma gun as well. So we'll do the end of that. Might as well get these bits done. Before I move on to my diorama piece. Right. Now this blade on the back of this one seems to be not in a scabbard either, so I'm going to paint that. Lead belcher too. Nice and warm in here now. Weather's really cold outside, but yeah, the heating and the insulation in here, I'm quite good. Apologies for my voice being quiet. I just don't want to set my coughing off because there's nothing more annoying. I think that'll do nicely for him. So like I say, Prague day 2 we did the Pony and Trap ride. Day 3 we did the tour in the Rolls Royce, vintage Rolls Royce, which was great. Went up to the palace. And the guy, who's called Roman, took us on. You'll see him if you watch the videos. Took us all around. Told us all a load of stuff, you know. He was really cool. Right. Now I'm going to work on him. Just do the flesh. This is from my diorama. I'll put some Reichland flesh shade on his head and hands, just that the shade washes take a while to dry, so quicker I get this on there, the better. So I can lighten them up with some Cadian flesh tone then. Because I intend to paint his suit white. That's the plan anyway. That is the plan. Right. Let's put that away. I've been using that for a while. Now I'm looking for Longbeard Grey. Because I want to dry brush the base of this. This is my Cannibal King for Congo. He's nearly done. I'll do the handle of this fetish thing here, some bangles, and I just want to dry brush the base here a little bit. Get some more of this Longbeard Grey. It's a great dry paint, it really is. Good for all sorts of surfaces. That was my witch doctor. This is my drummer, tribal drum, or bongo drums, or whatever, the crocodile drum, I don't know, whatever you call it. There, so that's good. Now, Balthazar Gold for his bangles, or shall I do them in Skull Crusher Brass? I think I might use Skull Crusher Brass actually. Just shaking the paint. There's no agitator in it, so just got to do the best I can. Skull Crusher Brass. Now this looks like it needs stirring, to be honest. Smells oil based, Skull Crusher Brass, I'll be honest. It's a bit of a test here. It's kind of thin. I won't be using that. Go with Balthazar Gold. Skull Crusher Brass I'll be using on the Death Guard. Yeah, smell the. You almost smell the alcohol in the Skull Crusher Brass one. It doesn't smell acrylic. Right, is this going to be a small enough brush? I think so. Do another cup of tea actually, my throat's getting dry. So I'll go for about another 20 minutes or so. Once I'm healed up, I'm going to see about getting another game of Congo with my friend Ralph. I've got another friend who wants to come, wants to do a catch up because I haven't seen him for ages. So I want to be well for that. Right. These bangles here. Might as well do the bangles on the others too as well. Yeah, looks okay. I think. Yeah, that's him. So I think this one is a woman, so very small, seems almost a different scale. I don't know if it's like pygmy cannibal or what. Don't know what's going on. Seem to like their bangles though, gotta say. Yeah, I'll do that gold as well. It's got like a beaded thing around her on top of her arm. I was going to do that white, but I'm going to do that gold as well. Otherwise I think it will make the feathers kind of look messy otherwise. So yeah, I think that looks a heck of a lot better. Right, so that's that. No doubt the drummer's going to have bangles too. Yeah, of course he has. One around each ankle. I'll have to do some tidying up with more fine brown where I've overlapped onto the skin. Yeah. How irritating. Seem to have more trouble with the ankles than the wrists. I don't know why. Gee, that was a double bangle. This is a single one. Still, we're getting there. Anyway, filmed a chill with Pete and Bex whilst I was over in Prague. So Mrs. Mini Warzone did the chill with me. I thought it'd be fun. Yeah, we had a good laugh. Laughed about stuff. That was really good. And then we did a final thoughts one before we came back. Right, so he's got a sword on his back as well. Didn't see that. Damn. Right, let's get back to this dude. No, I'm going to do his suit white. But shirt black, suit white, and maybe a red tie. I think that'd be kind of fun. I think it'd be fun to do. Before that though, I may not even get to him. I want to do some of the cord around this wolf. Yeah, so I'm going to use shepherd's bone for that. Yes. Use shepherd's bone because it makes for a good cord colour, like, you know, like string or rope or whatever. Make it look like easy leather, actually. I think this dry brush has seen better days, to be honest. A lot of these brushes have seen better days, to be honest. I think Ushabti Bone with Agrax Earthshade works well on things like cord. I've got a couple of ones to do it on, including my Cannibal King. So just water that down, just using normal water. Okay. Awful dry in here because my eyes are drying out. So I'll use this. Could be anything, you know, like the skin of an animal or anything really. For these models from Reaper Bones, I really love them. I watched a brilliant tutorial on. I've been watching a couple of. I get my words in a minute. I've been watching a couple of tutorials on dioramas lately. It was a brilliant dinosaur one. It was really brilliant. My daughter likes dinosaurs. So I was thinking maybe of doing a dinosaur diorama after I've finished this one. You know, water affects everything. Mind you, I'd quite like to do a diorama with these guys for water effects, but that's not for this particular one. At least I don't think so. Yeah. But yeah, so that's good. So that's him. Now, Cannibal King. Smaller brush. That'll do for him. Is he wearing a necklace? Of course he is. Used a bit much Shabti burn on this one. Right. Last bit. Don't let me down. Got him. Don't know if she's wearing it because you can't see it. Oh yes you can actually. Boom. Anybody else? Rusty isn't. That's good. I think that'll be good. What about handles? Or yeah. Where it's kind of tied on here, that's good. I've got another one of these to do. It's literally just the handles of their swords. I haven't actually looked at the stats of these guys, I'll be honest. I'm just thinking, yeah, might start my Nurgle army here. I haven't even looked to see if they're any good or not in the game. But that doesn't matter because I'm not into the number crunching. Depends who you're playing as well. Right, I think I've got another dude with a knife strapped to his back. I'm not sure. Sure I've seen one. Yeah, he has. Right. Don't think that handle is done there. Right, just see if anybody else has got well, he's got a blade, I could have done that one. I had the lead belcher. Darn. Anybody else got a knife strapped to their back? Yes, he has. So we'll get that done. Then what I'll do is I'll lead belcher the blades to bring it, bring them all up to the same place, as it were. Yeah, so I'm thinking it'd be good to have this Death Guard army. I'd like to play on a forested table if I can. Who are they going to fight? They could fight the Ultramarines or the Tyranids. Possibilities are endless. They could fight Khorne, another Chaos faction, you know. But it's looking like that's all we've got time for. So yeah, I'm going to end it here. So thank you so much for joining me on this On the Bench with Pete episode. Sorry if I've been a bit quiet. It's just I'm trying to maintain my voice, and I was aware of not wanting to cough and splutter and wheeze everywhere. So that's annoying. So I'll just clean up my brushes now. It's been great. I got loads of work done. I hope you did too. As always, let me know in the comments below what you're working on or what you were working on when you were watching. I kind of find that really interesting. Because some of you are doing like historical stuff, some of you are doing Warhammer stuff, some of you are doing bolt action stuff. You know, I find it really interesting. And I like to kind of visualise what people are working on, or what they were working on when I read through the comments after. So it was great fun. So we're coming on, I think I'm coming on now with my Death Guard. So I've just got a few more things to do to get them all up to the same level, as it were, and then I can progress in a slightly more production line fashion. Is that the right way of saying it? I don't know. Anyway, thanks once again. Remember, all brushes lead to war, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.